Hi everybody, my name is Lauren Spragg and I am one of the social workers here at the Truman VA with the Caregiver Support Program. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm joined by Chris Waterfield, who is the DAV Hospital Service Coordinator at our Truman VA. For those of you who don't know, DAV stands for Disabled American Veterans, and they are one of the service organizations that aims to support veterans and caregivers. Chris is going to tell us a little bit today about the DAV's Transportation Assistance Program.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate being here.
Thanks for being here. It's great to sit down and chat with you.
Looking forward to this.
Tell me a little bit about the DAV Transportation Assistance Program. How does it work?
We try to provide transportation to veterans that are not able to provide transportation for themselves, whether it be age, handicap, or illness.
Mm-hmm.
We pick them up at their front doors,
Mm-hmm.
and we bring them to their appointments here at the VA. Or, most people don't know this, we will take them to their appointments that the VA has set up outside the VA hospital.
Okay, like so through community care.
Correct.
Okay.
We'll take them to from their residency to their appointment,
Okay.
and back to the residence.
That's great. Who's eligible to ride the DAV? Can you accommodate veterans who need wheelchairs, oxygen? Tell me a little bit about the criteria.
No wheelchairs. We
Okay.
use vehicles that are like SUVs.
Mm-hmm.
We do have some vans, but they do not have wheelchair accessibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A veteran has to be able to walk from their residence to our vehicle
Okay.
and be able to get themselves in and out.
Okay.
Now, they can use a walker or a cane,
Okay.
some form of assistance like that. We can fold it up and put it in our vehicle.
Okay.
But no wheelchairs,
Okay.
definitely no oxygen.
Okay.
We let them use oxygen condensers, the ones that run off of a little motor. They can use those.
Okay.
And then nobody that has a colostomy bag or any type of medical bag for waste
Sure.
and things like that.
So maybe one of those portable oxygen concentrators.
Yes.
You can accommodate
Concentrators.
those.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. A lot of our veterans are accompanied by caregivers to their appointments. Are caregivers able to utilize the DAV if they're with the veteran?
Caregivers are allowed. It's a little touchy. They have to have permission from a doctor in order to ride with us. So our driver will provide a form for them that day.
Okay.
They can ride with us that day and then take it to the doctor, and the doctor will sign off on it, saying that yes, this individual needs a caregiver to ride to and from their appointments. They will bring that form back to me.
Okay.
I'll file it away for a year, and then after that year, we'll renew it again.
Okay, great. So it's good for a year.
Yes.
Okay. How far in advance do veterans need to contact you if they need to schedule a ride?
It used to be we could do it immediately, no problem at all. But since COVID has hit, the Columbia, Jeff City area has went from 19 drivers to 6.
Oh, wow.
So we need at least 2 weeks advance notice to get somebody booked.
Okay.
And the other problem is we're only driving in this area, only driving on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm looking for volunteers to come and drive because all our drivers are volunteer drivers.
I know this is a very needed resource for folks.
Yes.
We have a lot of veterans who come in from our rural communities, and transportation assistance can be pretty slim. So.
And we have 10 cities in the state of Missouri that we have vehicles.
Okay.
In those cities, we have not a set number of drivers. We have drivers in all those cities. Some of them have more than one vehicle, so we can accommodate several people.
Okay.
Some of them have big vans where we can accommodate, 4 or 5 at a time. Or like Columbia and Jeff City, we have smaller vehicles where we can only take 2 people at a time. Sometimes we can squeeze 3 after we drop somebody else off. So we don't have the luxury of being able to bring in the numbers that we used to be able to bring in.
If we have veterans who live in a small town where maybe the driver won't go right there, but to a neighboring town, are there like pickup points that folks can utilize?
We have a lot of people that live down south that live in roads that are not accessible to our types of vehicles, but we set too low to the ground. So we ask them, we'll come and get you, but we really need you to meet us someplace, like at a Walmart or a Casey's, or someplace that has a bigger parking lot that we can meet them, get them, and then bring them to and from their appointments.
Gotcha.
We don't like to tell anybody no.
Sure.
We try to work out whatever we can work out to get them here to their appointments because we know how important it is for them to be here and how important it is for us to provide the service.
Right, absolutely. And you mentioned earlier that volunteers are really needed right now. If we
Yes.
have folks out there who are tuning in and are interested in becoming a volunteer, how do they go about doing that?
We have volunteer packets in our office that we can give them to fill out, and they can bring them back to us or bring them back to Volunteer Services, who sets up all their appointments, their health physicals, their background checks, and everything they need to do to become a DAV driver.
Okay, wonderful. And if folks are tuning in today and are needing to schedule with you or have questions for you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
573-814-6002, and that's our direct number. And like I said, we like to have at least 14 days advance notice for appointments. Sometimes we can squeeze you in quickly, but here lately we've been booked for a month and 2 months out. So it makes it kind of hard.
Well, Chris, thank you so much
Yes,
for joining me
Thank
today and for everything that you and your drivers do for our veterans and caregivers in the community. We really appreciate it.
We appreciate it, and like I said, we want to make sure that the veterans are taken care of and they're brought to their appointments no matter where their appointment is, as long as the VA sets up for them, and we'll take good care of them.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions for Chris or myself, I'm with the Caregiver Support Program. Feel free to reach out to me. My name is Lauren Spragg, and my call number here is 573-355-7788. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Have a great day.